Hey, what's up, folks? It's your realtor, Peter Scott, here with Scott Realty Consultants and SearchSacramentoHomes.com. I'm here with our quick real estate market update for August of 2022. Hope you guys are having a great summer. Well, the change in our market continues to be that change. We are, if you haven't noticed, there's been a big shift in the market in the last 6 months, and things have slowed down considerably. Market is much more favorable pretty much for everyone, except for maybe sellers aren't getting the huge amount of offers and overbids that they were, last year and 2020. But it's still it's a much better market, I think, in my opinion, for both buyers and sellers, where it's a lot less stressful, I think. It used to be you showed up to look at a house and there was a line of 10 other people there to look at it, and it was just bananas to try and write an offer, get an offer accepted, and for a seller to negotiate those offers and to try and wade their way through all these showings and a barrage of people in your house. So things have definitely changed since then. Currently, we're sitting right around 2 months of inventory. For the last 2 years, we had less than a month of inventory. So our inventory has more than doubled in the last 6 months or something. That's what's, as part of that is part of the slowdown. There's just a reduction in sales. Sales are down about 30% from last year. So it's still, pretty high demand, but it's not what it was, in 2001 or 2020. Pending sales are down about 24%. A pending sales, a house that's in contract waiting to close escrow. So there's just less demand from buyers, and this decrease in demand is a result of a few things. One, interest rates are higher; they're around 5%. Obviously, the economy, inflation, etc. So those things have reduced demand. Prices are down around 2%, from month over month. But that's kind of a seasonal thing. I'll show you in a slide here in a minute. The market kind of slows down in the middle of the summer and then kind of gets back going again through fall, and then slows down again in the winter. So, month over month or a month or 2 or 3 of change doesn't necessarily make a market. We're kind of keeping an eye on that and watching that to see what will the trend be. Are we going to have prices continue to decline? Nobody knows, but we'll see how that works out. One thing that I'd like to point out too is that 37% of homes still sold over the list price, and I think around 40% of homes actually get multiple offers. I had a client made an offer on a house this week, and that house had 4 or 5 offers, and it went for $40,000 over the asking price. So not every house is selling under the list price. They're still getting about 37% of homes selling over the asking price, but about 50% of homes are actually selling under the original list price. And because so many homes have price reductions these days, about 50% of homes actually have price reductions. So you might start at, let's say, $650, and then reduce the price to, let's say, $575, and maybe it sells for $570. So you're still, selling under that original list price there. Quite a bit. One other thing that's kind of a positive for buyers right now is it's much more common to get concessions from a seller. So the seller will pay $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 of your closing costs. So some people are using that money to buy down their interest rate. Let's say to go from a 5% down to like a 4 and a 4.5% or something like that. It just depends what you want to do. But it's much more common to get that these days. Last 2 years, you were not getting that hardly ever, unless it was a repair negotiation. And as I mentioned before, our price is going to turn down more. Nobody knows for sure. We may have a small correction, but it's not going to be like it was in 2008. There's just so many other outlying factors that are completely different from then. And the real thing is we still have a real lack of inventory right now, and still a very high demand going on right now. So let me show you a couple quick slides here from Linquist at the Sacramento appraisal blog. So this is what I mentioned before about the median home price. The red line is your average over the last couple of years, and the black is us where we are today. So we did kind of take a little tumble down here, and we're going sideways. Well, we jump back up, we don't know, and we're talking small amounts, 1, 2, 3%, something like that. So these aren't huge jumps that are really going to be all that noticeable. So we are kind of seasonally down, and then, like I mentioned before, we usually kind of goes up in the fall, and then kind of tapers off down into the holidays. And this is people are going to vacation and just chilling out for the summer, so things get a little more serious back in the winter or fall months. And then this is median home prices. This is year over year. So we're up 6% from last year, which is interesting because if you watch my other videos, last year we were going to be up, 15, 20%, which is just insane. 6% is more normal. It's still on the high side, on average. And then here, the number of sales down 33%. So that's what's causing, the slowing in the market right there. And there's one other number here I wanted to show you. Which one was it? Median days on market. So we're up almost double. And now this is what months of supply. So we're up 159%, from last year. So quite a bit more inventory. And the reason for that is because homes are just taking longer to sell. They take longer to sell. They stay on the market longer, and there's more of them. So if you're a buyer, there's a lot more to choose from. You might be able to get a seller credit. You might be able to get the house under the asking price. If you're a seller, you're still going to get a great price for your house. And there's a chance you may get multiple offers on your house. It really comes down to where homes are priced. If you price your house too high, then you have to come down the price, and you'll probably get offers under the asking price. If you price your house really aggressively, then yeah, you'll probably get 3, 4, 5 offers and go over. So for buyers, if you see a house that's been sitting on the market for a month or 2 months, then yeah, you can make an offer that's under list price. And but the house was just listed yesterday or 2 days ago, when you're probably not going to get that great of a deal on it. But you never know. Let me know if you have any questions about this. I want to be your real estate resource. Hope you guys have a great day. Take care.